Yes, we are considering the factors, the stakeholders that will determine the outcome of 20 presidential election. What are those factors? What are those stakeholders? What are the interests that will shape and will determine the outcome of presidential election and other elections in 2027, particularly presidential election? Governors is within their states, House of Assembly, House of Reps, Senate is within their states. But presidential election, what are the outcomes? What are those factors? What are those stakeholders? What are the interests? What are those things that will shape it, that will determine it, the outcome of it? Number one is ethnicity. The regions where each of those candidates comes from. You can be assured that in Southeast, will be able to clear the Southeast. And in the Southwest, Tinubu will score a appreciable number of majority number of votes in the Southwest. Over Atiku, Atiku is likely to score appreciable number of votes in the North. Then we don't know of Jonathan. If he comes up, that means South too is bound to share appreciable vote, majority vote of the South. So that means ethnicity and religion and the region where each of these people comes from will play a prominent role on whom they vote for. That's number one. Number two, what are the stakeholders, the interests? And when I'm talking stakeholders, we're talking of interest groups, different interest groups, the labor movement, the student movement, the economic movement, the socialists, the Christian, the Muslims. These are the stakeholders and power blocks will also shape the outcome of this election. Will the Christian give a mass vote for their own people? What about the Muslims? Will it be like that? You will see that across faiths, there will be the vote will be shared across faiths among these contestants, among these candidates. That means some Muslims will vote for Christian, some Christians will vote for Muslims. What about the interest of where people are eating from already? Those who are already benefiting from the government of the day. Those want to also pay. That's another factor that will shape where the outcome of election. Those who are benefiting immensely from the present government will surely certainly want to return them back to power because that's their source of living. That's why they are making their source of livelihood. That's where their contract is coming from. That's their source of living, their means of living. That's where it's coming from. So those who will also follow, they also vote for a party where they are getting, where their interest is lying, where they are getting their source of living. What about other stakeholders that we are talking about? What about the foreign powers? Yes, they also have interest in who will become the president. Where will they tilt? Will they tilt toward Obi? Will they tilt toward Atiku? Will they tilt toward Tinubu? Will they tilt toward Jonathan in case it comes out? Or any other candidate that come from PDP? They are interested in who becomes the leader of the country. What about the foreign nationals who are in this country too? Who may feel that the present government or the present government, their interest, the policy is affecting their business interests. They may also want to support some candidates against the other. So there lies a lot of interest that will shape 2027 presidential election. And like I said, the election in the states, the governorship, the House of Assembly election, the Senate, state, the House of Rep, that's within the state. But it's also have, if all these factors I've just enumerated also have impact on them. It will also shape how the outcome of that election will be. So that means when you are considering the outcome of election of 2027, there are lots of factors. What about the cost of living? They are coming living standard of people, the cost of living and standard of living of people too, the citizenry, their condition of living, their status, their condition. That's also bring a favorable consideration to what the outcome of the election will be. That means there are a lot of things that we need to consider. What about the state resources? The state institutions, the INEC, the police, the army, the navy, the air force, the civil defense, the DSS and the rest, the judiciary, the National Assembly, every state, every state institutions, they also have a prominent role to play. Where would they be neutral? Would the INEC be neutral? Would the police and the rest, would they be neutral? These are points these are stakeholders that we must also consider in the outcome of the presidential election that will come 2027. What about other areas we have to look at? What about those who are vulnerable, who couldn't speak, who could not vent for themselves, that Any little thing that mobilize them to induce them with, they will fall for it. Those ones are already there. Gullible people, gullible citizens. Once they just come out and give them little things for that particular period, their heart has been won, their heart has been compromised. They will induce them. Those ones, they are also factors that will shape the outcome of 2027 election. So we have a lot of factors that need to be considered, that we need to look into. It's not just only one factor. And we have mentioned ethnicity, we have mentioned religions, we have mentioned social status of the impact of the government in the living standard of the people, economic impact, the region, the National Assembly, the state resources institutions, the foreign powers, the foreign nationals, the companies, the private business enterprise, you know, the private sector. These are also stakeholders that will play a prominent role in where the result of election will be and the outcome of election will be. They are run by the state institutions that are saddled to make sure their results count. Will they be allowed to that is also a very formidable factor. The state institution that the umpire that be entrusted with with conducting the election, how would they fear in the conduct of the election? Would they take side? Would they be free and fair to all of us? And a lot of things need to be considered as to how the outcome of that election will be. So it's not just a one set jacket approach as some people are thinking that these are things that will just go one way. No. Ethnicity, religion, politics, tribalism, and everything, ethnicity and everything will be brought into play to make sure that these are forces that will play a prominent role in determining where the election and the outcome will be in 2027. Thank you very much.